Hi, how are you? I got some message from Sherry or Shelly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. And honestly, I don't think you feel that way. I think you want to disrupt my story. So I don't think there's any basis for your statements, and I'm talking about the reference to the word cuckoo. So I'm not going to address it, other than I think that people don't want my story to be out there. As far as the last week and a half, I had to relocate again. I thought it would work out with my friend in San Diego, and it didn't work out. And I don't even know yet if my friend is sincerely interested in my case. She's transgendered, so doesn't live full time. So sometimes I refer to her as he, not out of disrespect. There's a guy on a bike. Sorry. Just because yeah, I don't want to go and say something I don't mean to say. But anyways, I might address her as a he sometimes, but I'll try to not do that in this video, since she may be watching, and I highly respect her. And I can even understand why she might be hesitant to get involved as a advocate for me. And so her friend is the recipient of the email. Is the recipient of the email that I sent on day 8 post-op. So, and used to be my friend. I wouldn't consider her my friend. Because we have differing views on what it means to be transgendered. So I sent an email to this person on day 8 post-op, and I already talked about how I joked, made some jokes in that email. So the events that have happened since that email are not the reason why I am no longer friends with this person. It's because of the viewpoints that this person has prior to those events. A viewpoint that was made clear long before my surgery, months and years before my surgery. I wasn't trying to be closed-minded with her. I let her stay in my apartment for a couple of years, maybe a year, without paying rent, and I wasn't there. I was living somewhere else. I wasn't using the place, but I needed it for tax purposes. So I don't think I've been closed-minded with her. There are people that I disagree with, that I don't consider my friends, that I might lend money to, I might open my house to if they're in need, and this person is transgendered, and I care about transgender people. I may not care for some of their actions, but it doesn't mean I don't care for the person. So I think that's a distinction that needs to be made. I mean, that's the kind of person I am. I was brought up that way, that you could disagree with a person's actions and not necessarily the person themselves. But as far as calling this person a friend, I would have to say she's not a friend. You know, she's not somebody that I aspire to be around on a constant basis to reciprocate thoughts with. So having said all that, this person that is a friend of hers that I met through her, and that I met through her, is transgender, but not to the degree that that we are, lived more of well, I don't know if it's definitely more of a male life, in terms of a percentage of her male life than I have. So saying all that, this person, it wouldn't surprise me if this person decided that maybe to take sides, maybe that I was, especially considering that the email was sent to this other person and could have been the cause, or is at least what I'm arguing is part of the cause of my current predicament. And I'm in another kind of like pivotal moment here, where I didn't post anything for 10 days, and trying to explain to my viewers that it's because I've been going through a lot. I had to reassess my finances, reassess my direction. These people were, this person that I was hoping would, I'm not going to say her name, might be in a position to help. Very open-minded, very friendly person. I like her a lot. And to be honest, I don't know why she... there's been some things that are happening that make me question whether there's some hesitancy to help me. And I'm sure me speaking on this channel is not helping. But... in preference to my viewers, I have to be honest on my channel, and I have to be forthright, because no matter how perfect I would like my story to unfold, and certain kinds of people to help me, I can't force it, and I just have to let things fall where they may, and so. My friend, if you're watching, I hope you're not reading too much into this. I'm simply trying to explain my thoughts, and it's only been a week since I left San Diego, a week to 10 days, and you said my dog. There's a problem with my dog, but the house. Had sections in it where I could be kind of isolated with my dog, and there were doorways where my dog could be isolated from the rest of the teammates, or the rest of the housemates, and so I don't think it was the dog issue. And then you mentioned not being able to pay for the web project, the web design project, not being able to pay me, and I believe I would have been willing to accept free rent, because I'm paying paying more than $800 here in Los Angeles, and I would have been happy with that. I'm trying to think if there was one other reason. I think maybe there was one other reason, but I'm forgetting it. But the dog was the main reason that was mentioned to me, and then after I returned to Los Angeles, we determined that if I was going to pay my rent here, then I needed some sort of income from working on the web design project that would satisfy me and keep me kind of connected with her. But none of that affects the possibility of this person, my friend, being an advocate for me. Oh, there was one other thing. There was a doctor in San Diego who she believed was a non AMA kind of doctor, a non what's the word for that? It's kind of like a whole body kind of doctor. And her argument was, I'm going kind of deep now, but her argument was that, not the doctor, but my friend, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I have to do these videos in a place that's kind of public and a lot of vehicles, but I don't know if you're paying attention. I look at my my views, and they're getting kind of sporadic. But anyways, I'll continue on. She wanted me to see this doctor, and this doctor was a non-AMA. In other words, someone that kind of believes in the non-routine measures of medicine. Wanted me to see this doctor because she thought that maybe I could be wrong with my analysis, although she admitted she hadn't seen all of the evidence. So kind of was in this like perfect little position to recommend me to do something without having a full basis to do that recommendation. So I really had no basis to argue with her other than to say, please go look at my evidence, and also I will go see this doctor. And so I was down there for 2 weeks, and a week went by, and we still hadn't she still had to talk to her doctor to make arrangements. And then another week went by, and so I'm thinking it became obvious, possibly the reason why I was no longer able to stay there and get free rent and move there, actually relocate, is because possibly my medical condition, the situation, which is why I went down there, why I would seek to hang around her and my other friend, the email recipient. So I didn't get to see her doctor, who she said would definitely be able to help me and would be able to disprove my theory. And I think because she didn't want to get involved with me, she decided she no longer needed to keep that appointment or make that appointment with the doctor, and she needed to get me out of the house and out of her immediate life. And so I was down there the first night I went there. We talked about my problem, and in the next 14 days, she never once asked to see my groin. And I offered to. I asked her if she would look at it. She said she would rather. She said, "quote unquote," don't show me, show the doctor. So none of that happened. So all these kinds of things are adding up to someone that didn't want to get involved, and it has nothing to do with my dog, nothing to do with financials. It's about me being forthright with what the ramifications are with getting involved with my project, with my my story, and possibly my friend being in communication with her, my email friend being in communication with her. I should say email friend in quotes. It's very hard to talk about this when people are walking by. But what was I saying about my email friend? I'm fixing to wrap this up, I promise. It's very noisy. I know you can hear me. I've listened to videos before. I've done it at this location or similarly, very close by. Yeah, she was in communication with this email friend. So this email friend is a major player. What I mean by that is a major item in the story, because she's the person that brings the context with the email that I'm sure will be divulged to you eventually. If not by me, by her, to defend Dr. Suporn's story, since Dr. Suporn has not come forward, to my knowledge. Dr. Suporn has not come forward, to my knowledge, on what he did and why he did it. So, if he does come forward, to the rest of the world, I honestly believe he went to the Medical Council of Thailand, and there are certain people in Thailand, possibly including his medical staff, that are privy to the email that I sent to this email friend. So this email friend is a major, not a player, but a major item in my story. And I went down there. I was in the same city where she lives. So now you know she lives in San Diego. I'm not going to say any more information about her, but she's a nice person. I care for her. I don't agree with her ideas, but very nice person, very caring. I don't blame her, but at the same time, I can't be around her. I can't. I disagree with her ideas about transgenderism, transsexuality, about living. It's primarily about living stealth or not living stealth. And so, this is a great topic, because it's kind of a pivotal area of concern about of concern about my story and the credibility of it. And it's it's a pivotal area of concern about how a Thai doctor could misinterpret an American or somebody from a Western culture, misinterpret their words and misinterpret them in terms of disrespect. So it'll be another discussion for another day. But this person, I was in her city, San Diego, and I was very good friends with this person in terms of providing her a place to live, as well as she providing me a place to live, being an advocate in terms of health issues. If I had to go to a doctor, she would go with me, even though we kind of disagreed on what it meant to live stealth versus out and proud. So this person I care for. I disagree with certain things that she believes in, and I can't say that she's my friend, even though I care for her. I can't say that I can call her a friend or somebody that I would want to hang around with. So it's kind of weird. You know, how can you be that kind of person that cares for somebody, but at the same time behave in a certain way towards them? So used to be my friend until I figured, you know, we got to know each other more, and it became apparent maybe I was getting an point in my transition where I needed to go full time, needed to leave a certain history behind me. You know, transition is like that. It goes in phases. It goes in phases. Sorry about the traffic. And you know, you start off hanging around the transgender support groups, and you then you go full time, and you have to leave that behind if you're trying to be kind of stealth. So it's very complicated for the layman out there, the person that the average public doesn't understand. But hopefully you will after watching my videos. So that's the next phase. It's to explain what was in that email, how a doctor could, a Thai doctor could find himself in a position to want to hurt somebody and justify it with just an email. So I was in San Diego, getting back to San Diego. I was in San Diego for 2 weeks. This person who I hadn't seen, who I feel very close to, didn't show up at all. I mean, to be fair, I didn't want to go see her, but seeing how I'm the recipient of all this medical error and this medical complication, you would think that this friend of mine would be, this email friend of mine would be the first one to make a move, to come by and talk to me. I mean, I'm going through quite a story in my life. I'm quite of a situation. So anyways, what I'm getting to is, if this person isn't willing to confront me, and my friend who I was helping remodel the house is in communication with this friend, then and they're very good friends, then it's and they also agree on things that as far as living stealth that I disagree with. So if all that's happening, then it's quite likely that pressure was mounting up on this friend of mine that was remodeling her house, that I was in the way, and I needed to get out of there. And I don't have any bad feelings, you know, with that at all. I don't have any bad feelings toward either of you. I'm happy that we're being honest. I don't want to make enemies. I do think it's still possible for you to decide that it's okay to help somebody that needs medical help. It's okay to believe that it's wrong to live stealth versus out and proud, but still feel that it's wrong to inject somebody with formaldehyde. It's hard to talk in a limited basis without going in depth, but that's what I'll say. I'm somebody that at this point, I'm not trying to determine why someone was injecting formaldehyde into me, but more or less, I'm someone that is looking for an advocate to get me medical help, and I have my own beliefs on why things happened. May not ever be able to prove them, but I think there's enough evidence to suggest a concern about what happens in Thailand, especially the transgender people. And I hope that my story will shed light on that and make people pause, or have reason to pause for going to Thailand, and have maybe point towards some concern for our own healthcare industry, own medical establishment in our own country here in the United States. And so anyways, I'm glad you're listening. To my friends out there that I disagree with, I care for you. I hope that you can be an advocate for me. I can't. My email friend, his name is Lita, lives in San Diego. I can't. I probably shouldn't have said her name, but I can't. I might edit that out. I can't. Gee, I can't remember what I was going to say. I'm speaking to my friends. I can't be around you because I can't fathom the possibility that that this is all because I tried to be stealth, and stealth isn't respected in Thailand. That's another discussion I can get into. Stealth isn't respected in Thailand, and this is what happens when you want to be stealth. I couldn't live with any. I couldn't live with someone's hurting me that way. I couldn't. So, and I don't think there's necessarily a reason why I would have to face that. I'm just not ready for that. So it's maybe I'm getting tired. I don't feel like getting into certain discussions yet, but I am tired. Been talking to you for about 30 minutes. I'm gonna let you go. Hopefully I'll do some more videos on a daily basis. I am looking hard for work now, as I have been, I guess. Take care. Thanks for watching my videos. Bye.